Check, check. Bless you. Check, check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. We are testing mic red for YouTube Live on the Embassy YouTube channel.
Hello, good morning. Mute mic. Hello, hello, good
Good
morning
morning
to.
to.
Hello,
Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you. Just give us one second.
yes,
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 yes.
we can hear you.
we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yes.
Are you
Are you
able
able
to
to
hear
hear
us?
us?
Yes.
Can
Can
we
we
play
play
the
the
video?
video?
Sure. Just give me
This
one
is
second.
some.
Wait. Like give me 5 minutes. I'm just testing out
Yeah.
our system.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay, okay. Namaste. Namaste. Distinguished guests and industry leaders, good morning to friends in New York, Washington, and across the United States, and a very good evening to friends joining virtually from India. It is indeed a pleasure to Namaste.
Good evening, if there is anyone. Sorry, good morning.
Namaste, distinguished. Namaste, distinguished guests and industry leaders. Good morning to friends in New York, Washington, and across the United States. And a
Hello. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. At least I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. We can hear you clearly. Yeah, and you are spotlighted as well, so we can see you also, ma'am. Fine. Can somebody from
Yes.
embassy
Good morning,
please
ma'am.
speak? Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, yes, we are able to. And I think the camera setting is also fine. We can see both the chairs.
Yes, ma'am.
Ashish is clear, yes. Yeah, I think we are good to go.
Now he speaks. Now you can speak. Now it's
Yes, sir?
So when foreign secretary will pick up the remote to click, and when he is pointing towards the screen,
Yes, sir.
that should be enough indication for playing the video. Because looking at the movement of thumb might actually then delay things. And then second thing, my technical person, Mr. Janardhan, he will be in touch with your technical person and he can tell on phone on real time also that yes, you can play now.
Right.
Is that helpful?
Yes, sir. Fine.
So, Jana, you can be in touch with the technical team there.
Sure.
And say now, or maybe on WhatsApp itself, the WhatsApp messages are also live because when you speak, then somebody might sound like
I'll just text him.
Yeah, so just coordinate with him. Okay, so this is not enough. This is among us and Rajlakshmi and consulate. But you coordinate this also.
Okay.
You speak to the technical person. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Rajlakshmi, you got that?
Yes, sir. Sir, as we had demo yesterday, we can have a 1 second's consideration while starting the video.
So when FS is foreign secretary is picking up the remote and indicating towards the screen is more than enough to start it.
Fine? Yes, yes, sir. Understood our technical.
Yeah. Don't look for the movement of his thumb.
And you be in touch and just say, why don't you speak to that guy and
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Question. Yes.
Namaste.
We have muted everybody.
Okay.
It's only listening part.
तुम्हारे 51 मिनट आगे थे कल.
Good morning. Are we audible?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
पाकिस्तान से बांग्लादेश को सब नहीं देगा. दूसरा एक स्ट्रैटेजी किसी को दी तो रूस इस समय यूक्रेन को सामने फेस कर रहा है. कितना बड़ा देश ये मतलब उनको खराब कर सकता है. मतलब उसे दिन में भी प्रयास नहीं कर पाया है और अभी भी यूक्रेन से लड़ा जा रहा है. मतलब
We are muting all the participants. If anyone is going to speak, I request you to please unmute your audio when you are about to speak. For now, we are muting all participants who have joined virtually.
First we take another, I'm doing another thing. And we can just
Show me how it is. Okay.
Can't hear him.
Ashish, we are ready?
Okay. And the mics here are. Yes. But are they on mute? They are on currently on mute.
Good morning.
Is this true?
Ajay, can you hear us there?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you also. Okay, good morning. Foreign Secretary Ambassador Bikram Misri, Ambassador of India to the US, Ambassador Binay Quatra, leaders of different chambers and export promotion councils, my colleague Consul Generals, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to everyone in New York and other parts of the United States, and very good morning, a very good evening to friends joining virtually from India. This is Binay Pradhan. I'm Consul General of India in New York. I extend a warm welcome to all of you at the official launch of the India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. The objectives of this portal are first to provide easy interface between Indian exporters and American importers. Second, to provide value-added services to Indian exporters to democratize their access to the US market. Third, to help American importers dealing with imports from India. And finally, to have focus on export of services from India. Few months back, when we gave a presentation on this to Ambassador, his guidance was to work closely with all stakeholders from both India and the United States. Ambassador also wanted to see that we bring in new sectors and new exporters to fold and handhold them in the process. We also consulted Department of Commerce in this process and took their inputs as well. We have written to all chambers, export promotion councils, state governments in India about this initiative. As a team, the consulate along with other consulates and embassy have held rounds of consultations with stakeholders from both sides to understand their expectations as well as the challenges they face. We also studied similar platforms to curate this portal in a way that it complements them and it doesn't duplicate them. I should add here that the registration of both importers and exporters have started on this Monday, and we are getting excellent response and support from different chambers and export promotion councils. The presence of the 8 heads of different export promotion councils and chambers here, both from India and the United States, is really appreciated. My sincere thanks to them. We'll regularly organize educational and awareness sessions for Indian exporters and US importers from different sectors. For example, on 23rd April, our consulate in Seattle is organizing a presentation by Costco on how to be part of Costco supply chain from India. So similarly, other consulates and we are going to organize virtual exhibitions and educational sessions in coming months. While doing this, we'll have a special focus on MSME sector in India and also on the one district, one products. Let me convey my sincere thanks to Foreign Secretary for kindly consenting to launch this portal. He is on a very short trip to Washington, DC, but he kindly agreed to launch this portal. I also thank Commerce and Industry Minister, who has conveyed his best wishes through a video message, which we will be playing. With this, I once again welcome everyone to the launch of India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. Now I'll request my colleague Consul Trade, Rajlakshmi Kadam, to present the main features of the portal. Thank you very much once again.
sir. Namaste, Mr. Foreign Secretary, Ambassador, and distinguished guests who have joined us here and from India and other places in US virtually. We are not just launching a portal today. We are opening a digital highway between Indian innovation and American enterprise. It is my pleasure to introduce the India-USA Trade Facilitation Portal. Think of this as a secure B2B bridge, whether it's a large corporation or a local MSME or one district, one product hub. This platform gives them a direct seat at the global table. How many of our small businesses struggle because they are not able to find a verified partner across the ocean? This portal solves this by providing a safe individual dashboard to monitor deals in real time. At the same time, it adds value for the importer in the US by offering multiple options of duly onboarded suppliers from India. We have made it intelligent. Using AI-driven matching and smart search, an exporter in a small place like Vadodara and an importer in New York are now just a click away. As you can see, our catalogs are not just lists. They are immersive showcases with videos and brochures. Importers can raise structured queries, cutting through the noise to get exactly what they need when they need. But here is the most exciting part. Virtual exhibitions. Visitors can now network live and participate in trade events without the cost of a flight. Plus, with planned webinars from giants like Walmart and Costco, our Indian businesses will get a masterclass in US compliance and trends directly from the source. Coordination is going on with US authorities as well for such webinars. On this occasion, I have to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to our team here and to Softed Infotech Private Limited, who have designed and developed this portal in a very short time. Our goal is Mission 500, and this portal is the engine to get us there. I invite all our stakeholders, both here and in India, to register today. Let's turn this digital connection into a stronger economic bond between the two countries. Thank you. We now move to a special message. May we please play the video message from the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, Shri Piyush Goyal.
Namaste, distinguished guests and industry leaders. Good morning to friends in New York, Washington, and across the United States, and a very good evening to friends joining virtually from India. It is indeed a pleasure to speak at the launch of the India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. I extend my sincere appreciation to the Consulate General of India in New York for conceptualizing and executing this important initiative in close collaboration with our embassy and other consulates, and to Ambassador Quatra for his dedicated efforts. India and the United States share one of the world's most consequential economic partnerships, forged on shared democratic values, fueled by entrepreneurial spirit, and driven by unrelenting pursuit of innovation. Our partnership is special. Our bilateral trade is growing rapidly towards the $500 billion ambition set by both sides, and this growth must also benefit MSMEs, our farmers, our fishermen, become more inclusive. We must focus in this era of digital transformation and resilient supply chains on becoming more self-reliant. Today's launch is a timely, forward-looking step, adding momentum to digital initiatives like the DGFT's Trade Connect portal. It reflects the depth and dynamism of our partnership. Friends, technology is the bridge, building trust and enabling direct engagement between Indian exporters and American importers. It also helps close the knowledge gaps on US regulatory and standards requirements. From MSMEs and startups to ODOP and first-time exporters, we are ensuring that no Indian enterprise is too small to reach a US buyer. For our services exporters, where the potential is enormous, this portal is, in a way, the runway to the United States of America. This will lead to all-round development, growth, local empowerment, and global opportunities. This will provide a new world full of potential for all. For a farmer in Punjab, or a jeweler or weaver in Surat, for a software entrepreneur in Bengaluru, or a pharma firm in Gujarat or Telangana. This is a world full of opportunities. I am heartened to see the strong participation today and wish you all well. I urge all members of industry bodies, export promotion councils, and chambers from across India and the United States to connect, make this portal part of your business and help turn it into a powerful engine for US-India trade. As Honorable Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote, real engine carrying forward the relationship between India and America is our strong people-to-people relationship. Unquote. I wish the India-USA Trade Facilitation Portal tremendous success. God bless all of you. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Sir, thank you for the inspiring message. We are now honored to hear from the Ambassador of India to the US, Shri Vinay Quatra, who is joining us virtually. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It is really my great pleasure to welcome all the Export Promotion Council leadership that is present for the launch of today's Trade Facilitation Portal, as also our distinguished Foreign Secretary who is here with us today to not just launch the portal, but also share a larger perspective of how and where such initiatives get positioned in the context of India's own economic journey and growth, but also more importantly, their network effect in the amplification of India-US trade and economic partnership. I have only 3 points to make, 3 or 4 points to make. One, want to thank the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, as also the Commerce Ministry, for their relentless and continuous support right from the time that this idea was conceptualized and the journey since then to its actual realization today. So thank you very much, Sir, the Commerce Minister, and also all our dear friends in the Commerce Ministry, including Commerce Secretary Rajesh Agrawal and his other colleagues. The second point I would like to make is, Honorable Prime Minister has been very clear that as our country journeys towards Viksit Bharat in 2047, the economic engagement with countries abroad, in particular trade and technology, would be central to achieving those objectives of Viksit Bharat. He has also been very clear, including during his visit to the US in February last year, that our objective to achieve Mission 500, that is a two-way trade of $500 billion in the next few years, has to be an important component of the larger economic travel that we have ahead of us in taking India towards Viksit Bharat 2047. Our effort today would not only contribute to achieving that Mission 500, but would also play a larger role in significantly adding to the economic gains that our economy would make. 3, I want to thank our Consul General Vinay Pradhan, commend him actually and his team, particularly Ms. Rajalakshmi Kadam, who has singularly taken this task and ran with it, and actually taken it to the conclusion today where we are able to successfully launch. I would also like to acknowledge the role of each of India's Consul General in the US and also Minister of Commerce, Commerce Wing at the Indian Embassy, which have all contributed to building this up. I would make one more comment, two more comments actually. One, if you really want to look at the market terminologies, then I would personally put trade or the growth of trade both as a value stock, as a momentum stock, and as a growth stock. It's the only stock which brings all the three things together and propels essentially your own economic growth by increasing the externalities of economic engagement through business-to-business trade ties. And my last point is to express really a great delight and express my personal privilege that our Foreign Secretary, Mr. Vikram Misri, is here this morning with us. I have absolutely no hesitation in saying that right from the time that we started with this idea and took it across to both the Ministry of External Affairs and to the Commerce Ministry, we have received an absolute and total support in all its aspects from the Foreign Ministry. And I mean, we really couldn't have asked anything more than this, that he himself is present here to do this launch and to frankly very much recognize the fruits of his own support and our ministry support for this initiative. I would end there. I would only appeal to all the export promotion councils that are part of this initiative, that this is a singular opportunity to coherently converge our export promotion efforts of the entire government of India and of course of the individual sector-specific councils, whether they are product-specific or they are service-specific. I would at some stage even bring an investment promotion into this facilitation portal. I think this is an excellent opportunity. We would welcome your feedback, of course your efforts, and to make this a success will always be welcome. Once again, thank you, Honorable Commerce Minister, sir. Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, sir, for leadership. And thank you, Foreign Secretary, for really seeing this through with us all the way through and being here with us to launch the portal and share your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for these motivating words. And now, we come to the most important moment of today's event, the official launch of India-USA Trade Facilitation Portal by the Foreign Secretary of India, Shri Vikram Misri. May I request the Foreign Secretary to kindly launch the portal. Sir, thank you for the launch. May I now request you to address the gathering, please?
Thank you. My dear friend, Ambassador Quatra, distinguished guests, industry leaders, colleagues, very good morning to all of you. Good evening to all friends joining online from India. It's a particular privilege to be here for the launch of the India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. This has been an exercise in the making for some time. I am aware of the immense effort that has gone into this at multiple ends, encouraged, of course, directly from here under Ambassador Quatra's leadership from the embassy, but the enormous amount of groundwork and footwork that's been put into it by the Consulate General of India in New York. But I also want to recognize the efforts of all the stakeholders, export promotion councils, industrial bodies, and government departments from India and the United States, as well as all of our consulates from around the United States that have been involved in this effort. Your presence here reflects our shared commitment to deepening what has very appropriately been called one of the most consequential economic partnerships of our time. Over the years, the India-US trade relationship has demonstrated exceptional resilience and dynamism, notwithstanding the challenges that we have seen posed to it in the very recent past. In just the last year, in 2025, for instance, our bilateral trade reached a record $241 billion US dollars, making it the fourth consecutive year that the United States has been India's largest bilateral trading partner. And this figure represents a growth of 15%. And it's remarkable that this growth has been achieved in the face of what I refer to as the volatility that we witnessed both on the bilateral front on account of issues to do with tariffs, but also on a more general front due to the prevailing global economic volatility. This trajectory, I submit, is not incidental. It's the result of sustained effort, mutual trust, and a growing convergence of economic priorities on both sides. I think there is value that stakeholders on both sides of the equation recognize in growing this relationship even faster, further, and higher. Recent global developments, from the COVID-19 pandemic to evolving global geopolitical shifts, underscore the importance today of diversified, resilient and reliable supply chains. I think the disruptions that all of you have been witnessing over the last several years have revealed vulnerabilities in the global economic and especially the trading makeup. But just where there are vulnerabilities, there are also opportunities. And I think today there is much greater emphasis being placed on the need for trusted partnerships and the need for dependable geographies for partners who want to do business together. And it is in this context that the idea of a dedicated digital platform for facilitating trade has emerged. I also want to point out, as was alluded to by Ambassador Quatra in his remarks, the enormous priority and importance that India's leadership places on initiatives such as the one that we are all participating in and witnessing today. The Prime Minister of India, for instance, has emphasized at every turn the criticality of the 3 T's in India's external engagement, trade, technology and tourism, and how important it is for our missions to immerse themselves in promoting these 3 T's. And today's initiative, I think, is a very big step forward on the trade part of the 3 T's agenda, and I therefore commend it all the more for that reason. On both sides, governments and stakeholders have also recognized the importance of a seamless and transparent and a responsive mechanism to connect businesses, especially in this time of uncertainty. And the portal that is being launched today meets this very need. It will serve as a bridge, ensuring continuity and ensuring that existing supply chains are reinforced, and at the same time will enable new commercial linkages to emerge and grow. While it's a fact that several B2B platforms exist already, a dedicated India-US platform unlocks the full potential of this bilateral partnership. And again, as was mentioned by Ambassador Quatra, this is especially timely as we re-engage on the shared bilateral ambition towards Mission 500, doubling our bilateral trade to $500 billion by 2030. I think we all recognize that achieving this goal will call not just for policy alignment, which is happening even as we speak, but also practical tools that empower businesses, especially small and medium-sized businesses, first-time exporters, to engage across borders with confidence. And I think this is something that the portal reflects. It also reflects a broader evolution in our approach, because governments today are not merely facilitators and witnesses from the sidelines. We are also actively stepping into the role of matchmakers, connecting buyers and sellers, reducing frictions wherever they might come up, and fostering trust. In this context, the recently announced India-US trade understanding marks an important step forward in our economic partnership, and I think will provide a boost to the activities that are currently underway. You would have seen the statements that have been made in this regard over the last couple of months on a framework towards an interim trade agreement and a pathway towards a bilateral trade agreement between the two countries. This is a framework that promotes reciprocal and mutually beneficial trade, enhances market access, and strengthens supply chain resilience, including through expanded preferential access, rigorous rules of origin, and addressing non-tariff barriers across various sectors. And even as this understanding has been framed, while keeping in mind sensitivities. We feel that on the whole, this agreement creates enormous opportunities, especially from the Indian end for micro, small and medium enterprises. It supports employment generation and will enable deeper integration into global value chains. I would also underline that as India enters upon a decisive phase of its growth, as we move towards Viksit Bharat 2047, the United States remains one of our most valued and trusted partners. And there is also, I think, recognition not just bilaterally but more widely that India's growth and India's potential make it a credible and competitive option for global supply chain diversification, which is something that we are seeing happen in real time. This is not just an aspiration. I think it's an emerging reality, and it is fired by our scale, our capabilities, and our commitment to reliability. As I conclude, I would once again like to commend our embassy in Washington, D.C., our consulate general in New York, for their leadership in bringing this wonderful initiative to fruition, as well as to all the industry chambers and export promotion councils that have been involved in this enterprise for their valuable contributions. I am confident that this platform will serve as a very valuable tool, not just for facilitating trade, but also for building enduring partnerships, partnerships that will actually help us advance towards our shared goals for a stronger India-US partnership. Thank you all very much for inviting me to be here with us, with all of you today, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.
We will now hear brief perspectives from industry representatives present here and also from India. So I'll request all of them that due to time constraint, kindly have a precise remarks, maximum up to 2 minutes. Thank you for the understanding. So to begin, I would like to invite Ms. Upasana Arora, Chairman of the Services Export Promotion Council, SEPC, from India, to share her brief remarks.
Thank you, Lakshmi ji. Honorable Minister for Commerce, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, Excellency Shri Vinay Mohan Patra ji, Foreign Secretary Shri Vikram Misri ji, Consul General Shri Vinay Pradhan ji. Actually, today is a very one for both the nations and those who are working. Like I am representing services, and I can say that services are really doing in India, and we are exporting our services in a very big way. And this portal is going to make our business more easy, especially because of this portal is having a very new feature which is not available anywhere, like digital exhibition, which is going to help everyone, and a small MSME people can show their products online and others can see. So from my side, I think like IT, accounts, healthcare, we are doing very well with America, and because it's our friendly country, this portal is going to promote our small sellers so much, and I am very happy and privileged that I am part of this portal launch. Thank you very much. Over to you, Lakshmi ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Mark Jaffe, President of the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce, to share his brief remarks.
Two minutes, huh? responsibility, you being over in South Asia and of course here in America, and I representing, of course, New York and the United States of America. This will help increase the total sales between our countries to the $500 billion mark. I love your ambitious project of getting it done in 3 years, so we need to work hard, and we will, because we are hardworking, family-oriented, democratic nations, and we appreciate, and our president appreciates your country. He visited you before the launch of the portal. I'm sure he knows about the launch of the portal. We work closely with the Department of Commerce and 75 trading partners. Our law center at the Greater New York Chamber of Commerce does a lot of the paperwork. And I'm sure this will make the job easier for our exporters. And if any of your importers from India need help, our law center, of course, can assimilate and increase and find trusted trading partners so you can increase your trade here. So we stand ready to continue to work. What a brilliant idea of your New York consulate. We should put our hands together for him. And I want to thank the ambassador and the secretary for being here. And I'll look you up when I come down to Washington. So again, congratulations on this fantastic portal with the one goal in mind, to increase trade and prosperity, not only between our nations, but for the whole planet Earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. J. May I now invite Mr. Namit Joshi, President, Pharmexil from India, to give his brief remarks.
Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, our Ambassador His Excellency Mr. Quadra, Foreign Secretary Mr. Vikram Misri ji, CJ Office, CJ, Dr. Vinay Budan, and CJ Office Raj Lakshmi ji. It gives me immense pleasure to be a participant of this important activity, the launch of trade portal between India and US. And I represent the pharmaceutical sector of India. And why it is important for us, because our largest trading partner for pharmaceutical is US. We approximately sell 35% of our medicines, generic medicines, out of the total exports of 30.46 billion. So that makes US as the largest market share holder for the trade between India and US. Now, why it is important for us? Because from the multi-channel supply chain strategy, if you move into B2B space for a uni-channel source of supply chain, between the two nations, and it helps us build lot many bridges and enhance the trade between the two nations. Now, why US is important and why we conduct such a high level of activity with US is for the reason that US is the most stringently regulated market in the world, and we conduct the largest amount of business with US. So that also emphasizes our position in relation to US, that we supply high quality and affordable medicine to the United States of America. And we came out to be the chosen partner for the reason that whatever we supplied, like worth 10.5 billion, we made US save $200 billion every year. That is why we say we are pharmacy of the world, and we also make US go for huge saving because of the trade at affordable pricing. Every second prescription, generic prescription in US is the medicine made in India. So this trade e-portal will facilitate business enhancement for India and the trade between US and India. Thank you everyone for your patient hearing. And I congratulate everyone on this launch.
Thank you, Mr. Namit. Now I would like to invite Mr. Anthony Russo, Chairman of the Commerce and Industry Association of New Jersey, to share his remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Foreign Secretary, Ambassador, Minister, Consul General, and also Raj, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. I'm representing New Jersey. We have about 900 members from virtually every business sector. And about 7 years ago, we've been in existence for 99 years. 7 years ago, we launched an international forum. So I deal a lot with many countries from across the world, trying to get our manufacturers, our insurers, legal, you name the sector. A lot of them want to do business overseas, and I want to just congratulate India for having the vision and leadership to launch such a portal. Because as the Secretary said in his speech, a lot of the smaller companies always wanted to do work overseas, but just didn't have the resources. And I think by launching this portal, you basically brought the world together. You made the world smaller, and I think that's going to help, because I've always said that it's commerce and trade that brings people together. So congratulations on the portal. We look forward to working with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Russo. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Pankaj Chadha, Chairman of Engineering Export Promotion Council from India, to share his brief remarks.
Honorable Commerce and Industries Minister, Mr. Goyal, Honorable Foreign Secretary, Mr. Mishri, Honorable Ambassador, His Excellency, Mr. Patra, and Honorable Consul General, Mr. Vinay, and my fellow investors, industry leaders, and other people. This is Pankaj Chadha. I head Engineering Export Promotion Council. We are the largest export promotion council from India. We have 29% of India's export. We also have the largest share of export from India to USA. It's $20 billion. And we are, to be very honest to tell you, we have in the last year still grown despite the challenges that have been there. So we have had a growth of 3% in the April to March year, despite the challenges that we have. One of the good things that I would like to talk about this portal, and which I think would help a lot, is because it's something that all our exporters are having challenges, is the fact is that we have $20 billion. Out of that, out of $45 billion of items which are under tariff from India, 20 billion come out of the engineering sector. So we have the Section 232 tariff items, we have the auto tariff items, we have the reciprocal tariff items. So we sit in all the three tariff items that are there, the 50%, the 25%, and currently the 10% reciprocal. And just recently, I think there is a statement or the clarification by the President that how do you calculate the tariff as far as the products of steel are concerned and products of aluminum. He has changed the benchmark. Previously, it used to be only the item of component of steel in it. Now he says it's going to be the entire. So this portal will tell our importers as well as our exporters exactly what is the tariff that will be applicable for his product. Because a product, it changes from chapter 72 to 73, the tariff changes. If it changes from 73 to 76, again the tariff changes. And if it goes to 84 to 86, again the tariff changes. And there may be one product which may have three tariffs on it simultaneously on that same product. So this product will actually help us through the maze of the tariffs which have come about. And I thank for making this portal, and I hope this will help us along with the sales part, but this would definitely help us a lot to understand the maze of the tariffs that are there currently in the US. Thank you very much.
Mr. Rajesh Nambiar, Chairman of NASCOM from India, to give his brief remarks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Ambassador Quatra and Secretary Ministry, for inviting us all from this industry to join this very important launch. It is truly a privilege to be part of this. But actually, this portal is actually a very, very important milestone in fundamentally strengthening one of the world's most strategic economic partnership. And as many of you mentioned before, This is such an important partnership overall. I would also like to commend the leaders for envisioning this and then truly making this, building this and then, launching it today, especially all the consulates, especially Consul General Pradhan, Consul General Reddy, all of us have been very supportive of what we do, what NASSCOM does in the United States, of course the rest of the CGs as well across the United States. And of course this is expanded to a unified national effort, which is very, very commendable. This initiative is now a very comprehensive, what we call a cross-sectoral bridge connecting the India exporters to the US market, which is absolutely fantastic news for all of us. Quickly, as NASSCOM, we represent the India's tech industry now. Importance of the United States, the biggest share of our business, 62% of our revenues come from the United States. So it's a very large market, a very important market for all of us, especially for the technology industry. Our revenues are exceeding at this point in time 315 billion by 2026, means March 31st. The year ended March 31st a few days ago. So that's a phenomenal growth, and we continue to have a larger share of the export as well. At the same time, this is a deeply mutually beneficial partnership between India and the United States. The Indian technology industry today employs over 207,000 people in the United States, and of course supports an additional 405,000 indirect and induced jobs, as they call it, right? So together contributing roughly over $47 billion in annual wages in the United States. Of course, our industry also contributes an estimated roughly about, give or take a few billion here and there, but 200 billion or so for the US GDP, and plays a very critical role in addressing the technology talent gap, as I say, in the United States. So very excited. And also, I just want to mention one more thing, which is the SMEs, and whom are particularly this portal serves the SMEs, and so the SMEs are going to be the backbone of any economy, and they are the engine of innovation, clearly job creation, and of course inclusive growth. So Indian SMEs especially are looking forward to greater sales opportunity and an enhanced global exposure, which is what we promote as well within NASSCOM, within the technology segment, the SMEs, and then this platform can be very, very powerful enabler, if you may, in that journey. So just want to thank the embassy for putting this initiative together, and of course NASSCOM is fully committed in supporting this. Any help that we could provide in terms of ensuring that this is the adoption is what you want, and we will also make sure that this is getting the right level of publicity within our member base as well. So we're looking forward to working together, and again, thank you for having me here.
Now it's my pleasure to invite Mr. Shekhar Shah, President of Indian Diamond and Colorstone Association, for his remarks.
Good morning. Foreign Secretary Misri, Ambassador Quatra, Minister Goyal, Consul General Pradhan, and Ms. Kadam, and respected guests. It is an honor to be here this morning and share in this important moment between our countries. The Indian Diamond and Colorstone Association was founded over 40 years ago to help the first generation of diamond, colorstone, and jewelry manufacturers from India establish their business here through a social, educational, and professional organization. Today, it is the premier trade organization representing not only multinational corporations, but multi-generational families who still have strong ties to the Indian subcontinent. IDCA is comprised of over 250 member companies employing thousands in the tri-state area. Our members control a significant percentage of the cross-border trade between India and the United States in the gem and jewelry sector. This platform will help only increase that number and collaboration. Through various events, educational seminars, and industry collaborations, we're able to showcase and highlight the importance of the Indian community. IDCA is proud to participate with the Consul General's Office, our expert partners in India, and other associations to launch of the India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. We look forward to working closely with all the stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. And finally, I invite Mr. Bob Barr, President of the Association of Food Industries, to share his brief remarks.
Good morning, good evening. Pleasure to be here. Very quickly, the Association of Food Industries is all about imported food here in the United States. It's been around since 1906, and our U.S. members are importers. And we have several hundred companies in other countries, including India, shipping products to the United States. And we do everything from, unfortunately these days, having to lobby, but also we're focused on compliance, everything from FDA facility registration to making connections, et cetera. And when I was asked to speak, one of the first things that popped into my mind was a story I heard in about 1996 when I joined AFI. There was a delegation from India that came to a meeting, and an older gentleman sought me out. He was very proud to say that he was the first company to, in a commercial volume, ship cashews to the United States. And about a year later, I met his counterpart here in the United States, who was also very proud. And it turns out it took him more than, I think it was more than 60 hours from when he left his home to get to where he was going in India. And I thought of that as soon as I was asked to speak, because now we're talking about something totally different, right? In a matter of seconds, you'll be able to connect with potential buyers and sellers, et cetera. So and by the way, those companies still do business together, and as was mentioned by the prior speaker, the families are still very tight and all that. So it's a great industry for that. But this will just obviously help facilitate the growth even further. Our members enjoy doing business with their Indian counterparts because the professionalism and the interactions are top notch, et cetera. So when we notified our members about this potential, a couple people did reply to me and say, this is good news. I congratulate all those who were involved in it and pledge AFI support going forward, as always, and working with the consulate in any way we can help to facilitate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barr. As we come to the close of this morning's program, I would like to invite the Minister of Commerce, Embassy of India, Washington, D.C., Shri Ajay Kumar, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister, Foreign Secretary Sir, Ambassador Sir, DCM, my dear friend and Consul General New York, distinguished industry leaders, friends from India and the United States. It is my distinct privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the launch of India-US Trade Facilitation Portal. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry for kindly sharing his bigger message on this momentous occasion. My sincere gratitude goes to Foreign Secretary Sri Vikram for launching the portal. Your presence here demonstrates your commitment to strengthening India-US trade and economic engagement. Special thanks to Ambassador Sir, Sri Vinay for guiding us through the launch of this portal. My sincere thanks to chambers and associations from New York and New Jersey area for joining the launch in person, and to NASCOM, SETC, EEPC and Pharmexil for connecting virtually from India. I would like to thank other chambers and EPCs and sectoral associations from both the countries for their continuous engagement and support in implementing this portal. The portal will act as a platform for business matchmaking, for knowledge sharing workshops, a forum for answering trade queries, and a space for businesses to exhibit their products. Registration to the portal is live. We look forward to active support from chambers, EPCs and associations from both the countries to make this platform success while mounting the registrations on the portal. My appreciation goes to technical teams to execute the launch of this portal. I once again thank you everyone. Thank you.
all for being a part of this important occasion. With this initiative, the Consulate General of India, along with Washington, D.C., takes a significant step forward in strengthening India-USA trade engagement. We look forward to meaningful collaborations and stronger partnership ahead. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much from Colorado. Thank you.